Need cheap coins right now? Check out redzonecoins.com. For the very best discount available, use code DIRECTOR for 20% off. Hold up. 20% off? That's cheaper than any other YouTuber. Big ups to redzonecoins.com. Use code DIRECTOR. Yoda brothers, what's up? It's the Director. Madden Ultimate Team fans, today's gonna be weird. We got Team of the Week, but they made it insanely complicated. Not complicated, but just weird. It's very, very strange. On one hand, you got awesome players like Arian Foster about to come into the mix. Okay? It seems that they're gonna be showing us players, giving us players that had good weeks, you know, during, like, let's say week 1 of the NFL. At some point, Arian Foster was a beast. Now, on top of that, they're also giving us players that did perform good this week, but it's definitely not as many, and they're doing it very different this year. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. I still have mixed feelings about it, but let's get into this video. Guys, before we get started, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification. Do it! Helps me out a lot. Let's get into this one, guys. Lights, camera, action! Team of the week, week 1 is here, kind of. For anybody, like, I'm gonna see this comment all day long. When is it coming out? We don't know. I thought it was gonna be coming out 8:30 this morning, but as in years past, it's always late. So they're thinking probably between 2 and 5 is the last thing I heard. That's unconfirmed. You guys have a better time, let me know in the comment section below. So how does this promo work? Well, Team of the Week. Am I ready for this? Am I capable of explaining this? Because this is odd. First off, the players. Arian Foster, you guys already know. I showed you guys that yesterday. I freaked out. We're also getting Bryant Young. Also, really cool. I kind of freaked out. The stats on these guys I already went over, but Arian Foster looks pretty good. 88 speed is nice. And then Bryant Young looks all right as well. You know, 89 power move is nice as well. Let's get into the actual players that did good this week. Davante Adams, 89 overall with 86 speed, which is what we suspected. Really good route running, really good catching. He's going to be an awesome item for you Packers fans. TJ Watt's going to be your limited today. Now, this is also outside the criteria of, like, weekly performances. This is a performance that was good in the past. So they said week 1 for TJ Watt, you know, someday when he did really well, so he's going to get the limited this week. So if you were hoping to get, you know, like, you know, your really, really nice items because your team did very well, Davante Adams is kind of it as far as a brand new item, okay? So TJ Watt, as far as stats go, because we haven't seen him before, 82 speed, 90 play rec, 93 finesse move. He looks okay, if not just a little bit too slow, but I'm pretty sure, you know, Steelers themed teams, Got Fox is going to know exactly how to use this guy. He's always underrated. He's a very good MUT item, okay? Let's get into how this promo works differently from last year in a pretty big way. Taking a look at your first item here, that is still part of the Team of the Week, but also separate. It seems like they kind of meshed the concepts of power-up expansion with Team of the Week. So instead, let's say, you know, like Russell Wilson, one of those guys that was on my video yesterday of who I thought was going to get, you know, an upgraded card. Instead of getting a brand new card altogether, which in my opinion should have been like an 89-90, so powered up, he should have been a 90-91. What they're doing is giving the card a +1 bump to their overall. Okay, so through their power up, like the power up expansion, they're going to get a +1 if they did well that week. Now that's cool and all, but I think a lot of people would definitely prefer getting a brand new card as opposed to a +1 overall, because a brand new card usually spells out a lot higher of an overall. Okay, now I would be on board with this if, let's say, like tons more cards got added, because I feel like power up expansions last year, and in this case Team of the Week, offered EA a way to get a lot of cards out at the same time, right? So would you guys be as opposed to this if, let's say, we got like 16, 20 cards a week, you know, that got a +1 boost? Because let's be honest, a +1 to a lot of players, unless it's like Tyreek Hill, isn't gonna wow a lot of people. You know, I'm sure a lot of Russell Wilson fans are excited that they can get a +1 to Russell Wilson. That's pretty cool. If Russell Wilson does that 3 more times, then we're in business. You know, a +1 isn't as exciting as a brand new card. So if they were doing power-ups for like a ton of cards, So even like, you know, teams that got ugly wins, like my Chargers, had a chance at getting, you know, something nice in the power-up, then I would be okay with this. But there are so few cards, it's kind of crazy, man. Let's take a look at the next guy. Or let's take a look at Russell Wilson real quick. A 79 speed. We already know what this card looks like because it's just a +1 from what he had before. 85 throw power. He's okay. The throw accuracies, you should be able to hit all the thresholds once you get like go deep or something on him. All right. And then there's the new art. Obviously, the new art is going to be coming in with this promo as well. So yes, it'll still look like a Team of the Week card, kind of, with the power-up base of a purple Team of the Week like grid on there. Ryan Kerrigan is your other guy. Now, this is where I feel the promo is going to do some players dirty. It is not Ryan Kerrigan's fault that EA gave him an 80 overall to start the year. I had him projected as an 89 overall with the promo today. Instead, Ryan Kerrigan's getting a +1 to his current card, which is now an 82. I was really hoping to see Ryan Kerrigan take the jump from 80 to 89, making him a really usable card right now. But instead, he's stuck in 80s limbo. He would have to win Team of the Week honors freaking like 10 weeks in a row to become usable at the time. So let's say 10 weeks from now, 92 overall, that might be okay, but not great. There's no way Ryan Kerrigan. So if you have a lower overall guy that's doing really well throughout the season, unless he gets that top overall card, he's not going to see a lot of upgrades. You know what I mean? For instance, Keenan Allen, who had an 82 overall. I'll have to, like, if he does spectacularly next week, and I'm like super excited, hopefully he gets that like top item. If he doesn't, he's going to go from an 83 powered up to an 84 powered up. Nah, I don't like that. I don't know if I like, or 85 powered up. I think he's an 83. I don't know about that, man. Taking a look at Ryan Kerrigan, this is not a good card. This is not a good card. Unless you want a guy with the best injury rating in the game, which doesn't matter in Ultimate Team. This isn't a great card. What do we have next? Josh Jacobs, 84 overall. I had him projected to get the 86, which would have made him an 87. Said he's an 84. Yeah, I'm not sure about this, man. Because now we got Josh Jacobs. Again, 82 speed. Nobody's running that. Stiff arm. There's no other good stats in that card. Adam Thielen, 84 speed. Nobody's going crazy for 84 speed, Adam Thielen. He went from an 84 to an 85. Not great. Chris Jones. Now, this is an exception. Chris Jones already had a really high overall. What's the point of that? You know? Like, the only cards I feel like are worth chasing are the ones that already had 86, 87, 88 overalls. Because when they take that +1 bump from like 87 in Chris Jones's case to 88, that's not bad, you know? But there's so few cards of that, and you already had a pretty nice item anyway. Stephon Gilmore, probably the best card this week to get a bump because he goes up to 90 overall, which means he's going to get a whole bunch of abilities and stuff. Still a little underwhelming, but still 86 speed isn't bad. You know, he's become a little bit more usable. But still, man, I don't know. There's on one hand, I'm super excited to get new players. On the other hand, like, the current players kind of got an L here. They kind of got the L here. Okay? Now, the biggest, most puzzling thing that they're doing today, later today, is that they are adding players to a set. So you guys remember last year, you'd have to put, you know, so many players into a set in order to get, you know, the new item. But instead of putting new cards into the set, they decided to duplicate the cards that were already getting upgrades and giving them lower overall. So for instance, Ryan Kerrigan, who got a +1 to his power-up, is getting a 78 new card in the game that's also acting as a collectible. I know this is all very complicated, guys. Trust me, I was confused too during the stream. We're going to get a 78 Josh Jacobs. We're going to get an Adam Thielen. We're going to get a Chris Jones, a Stephon Gilmore, and a Russell Wilson. Now, technically, you can play with these cards in head-to-head and stuff like that, but who's going to do that? You know what I mean? If you want Russell Wilson, go buy 87 Russell Wilson, who I'm guessing is going to be cheaper than this 86, because this 86 is also collectible. It goes into a set to give you like the Arian Foster, Bryant Young, and the 89 Devontae Adams. Okay? You know what? Let me come back to these in a second. So if you want to get these items, there's a couple ways to do it. Actually, you know what? I do want to show you guys the set real quick. Okay, here it is. So the set. Team of the week. Week 1. You're going to go into this set, and you can do this little exchange thing if you want. Get rid of some of those golds to get a chance at a 78 to 86. That's just one thing to keep a heads up on. Here's the set for Bryant Young, right? To get Bryant Young, you're going to need duplicates of these cards, too. You're going to need multiple Stephon Gilmores, multiple Chris Joneses, and multiple Ryan Kerrigans. Okay? I'm wondering how hard it would have been to make these set piece cards just new cards. You know what I mean? Like usable good cards instead of these duplicate cards of the player that already got the bump. I don't know. It's very weird. Same thing with Arian Foster. Same thing, but you're putting in the offensive guys. Russell Wilson, Adam Thielen, Josh Jacobs. Okay? The one thing too, Devontae Adams also being included in this, but you really have to be like the best fan, the best player of the week in order to get this honor. You got to put in one of each, and you can get this Devontae Adams. Okay, store offers. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. So currently, right now, not a huge fan. Now, since Team of the Week hasn't come out yet in the game, I'll show you guys kind of what it's going to look like in here. Let me actually turn all these on real quick. Team of the Week. One thing of note to keep an eye on here is that play the game of the week to earn a Team of the Year token. Team of the Year is very important, guys. Just make sure to do your solos every week. Once you have 17 at the end of the season, you can get a Team of the Year token to get a Team of the Year player in January. Do that. Make sure you don't forget that. Team of the Year is a big promo coming up later at the beginning of next year. Okay? The player of the week is the one at the top. Okay, previous game, collect Team of the Week collectibles in the squad. This mission ends. Okay, so you're going to get some collectibles here. Celebrate high performance and stuff like that. This mission ends in 10:30 on Tuesday. Okay, so this is going to be one of those collectibles you get from the solos as well. So you're just going to get into here, play your solos, make sure to do your Team of the Year stuff, get that token. Right? Very basic stuff that we're very used to seeing. This is what the solos look like. You're also going to get this pack here, Hot Streak Fantasy Pack. This is also seems to be a waste of resources for me. You're going to get one of these collectibles. You're betting on Russell Wilson to eclipse 322 passing yards or Stephon Gilmore to eclipse 5 tackles. You know what the reward is? 1,500 coins. 1,500 coins if they get it right. 500 coins if they get it wrong, or if they don't accomplish that. That seems kind of like a waste. If we're talking like 1,500 training, that's a different story, but it doesn't seem worth it. And then back into the sets here. So the last thing I did want to mention, because this video is getting a little bit long, is I did mention that all of these collectibles and stuff are going to be tied to another promo later in the year. And this is called Team Standout, okay? So that 86 Russell Wilson, that 82 Chris Jones, those players that we're not going to be playing with, we're strictly going to be using them to get the higher overall cards, like we have in years past. Those are going to be used for something called Team Standouts. Okay? And this is basically, remember how we said, oh my god, there's 4 things in the Team Affinity thing, like the Team Affinity, category a while back? This is what one of them is, at least. And Kralo did say that the team has a huge focus on theme teams this year. So some point, in Series 2, he says, which he said Series 2 is coming up in a couple of weeks. So stay frosty there. You can start exchanging a bunch of the Team of the Week items, or the Team of the Week collectibles that we've been seeing, to get one of these players, maybe all of them if you want, from the Team Standouts, which is going to be another theme team. Every single team in the NFL is going to get one. So for the Chargers, I'm hoping we get something like a Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, who knows? Maybe like a Justin Herbert would be awesome. But that's kind of what we're looking at there. So just kind of keep in mind there's a plan going forward with that. Lastly, store offers and stuff like I mentioned before is what you can do. So what do you guys think in the comment section below? Super long video, but I kind of wanted to get all my thoughts out there. Okay? No more is Team of the Year or Team of the Week of the past. Now we're getting some really cool players from the past, like Arian Foster and Bryant Young. And that's going to broaden out, what I can do as far as predictions, because week 2 of the NFL season, there's a lot of players that did well in week 2. So I can go back, kind of take a look at, those players that haven't played in a while, haven't been in the game in a while, what they look like, who I think is coming to the game for week 2. But as far as having a crazy good performance in Team of the Week this year, unless they have like the best fantasy day of the week, don't expect them to get a card. Expect them to get a +1 upgrade to the power up. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is all very, very weird. Well, guys, in the comment section below, let me know your guys' opinions on all of this. Very confusing, but I hope I was able to kind of clear the air with you guys a little bit, clear the picture up for you guys a little bit, and hopefully, maybe the legends and stuff are so good that we don't care. Maybe they start adding more power-ups +1 overall. I say if they're like, you know, some of the top, you know, echelon guys, they could get a +2, +3 power-up, but +1 is just not too exciting. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll see you next time, and as always, stay frosty.